See, that was more like a thunderclap.
That you can hear a little bit more.
But watch.
Oh, you got more bass to your claps.
Yeah. It's these mitts, bro. It's these mitts.
I got little hands.
You don't want to catch these hands, bro.
Yeah. Oh shit. No smoke. No smoke. No smoke. All right. This is Brian for the Tone Jerks podcast. We're doing I don't know, like a special YouTube only podcast segment. We got I know I'm like already starting off differently here. We got RJ from TeleTalks here. What
Howdy. TeleTalks just surprised me. Renegades of Pop. You know what we do.
I'm selling you short. Sorry.
That's right. Come on, man.
But all right. So I think just a I don't know, random topic or so.
Yeah.
We were texting back and forth about like physical media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you like? I feel like it was kind of on its way. It's totally gone now, I would say.
Oh yes, I have a
like DVDs, CDs,
I have an
all
anecdote about that. Okay,
Yeah.
So I was at work, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking to one of my coworkers, and she's younger, right?
Yeah.
Not much younger than me. Now I'm 30. She's 26. Not that much different, right?
And I'm 32, 33, so that's a lot younger.
So yeah. But here's the thing. Like I quoted a movie, as one does, because I quote movies all the time. Quote The Other Guys. Are you familiar with the film?
Yeah.
Okay. I was quoting the, when Will Ferrell's, Gator,
Yeah.
like I was quoting one of the lines from there, like Gators bitches better be using jimmies or whatever.
Yeah.
It was something like, something obnoxious like that when he was like a pimp. And she's like, oh yeah, no, I've never seen that movie. I'm like, oh, I'll let you borrow it. She's like, I don't have a fucking DVD player. Like, I don't have a fucking Blu-ray player. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, don't get me wrong. It's been a while since I bought physical media, but I still have my collection. And so I have to have a Blu-ray player that can play it.
Yeah. My MacBook, you can probably see it in the back. It doesn't have a fucking disk drive.
Mine did. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
2012. Don't drink and podcast.
Yeah.
If you do, keep it away from your computer.
Yeah. So I think from your story and Ryan Burke's, I now have these little like stools that I always no drinks go on my desk. No liquids on the desk.
If you do it, make sure it's like contained.
I need a
open. Yeah, you need a sippy cup.
Sippy cup. You need adult sippy cup.
It's even like this.
Yeah.
I had it on his desk. I was breaking his rule, but it closes.
Yeah. But
I actually drink my beer out of a thermos. Side note.
That's
like, oh, you know what it is? It's
your girlfriend doesn't trust you anymore. She's like, you have to have a sippy cup.
I drink it out of one of the, I forget who makes it, but the one that they give out at NAMM for WordPress, it had the wood one that you would go, you signed up and they would talk to you like, oh yeah, you want to start a website for your music and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then you got the free canteen. I put my beer in that.
There you go. That works. That works.
Keeps it nice and cold though.
Yeah. I have like a disk drive that I got from Kyle. He used to have like a Mac Mini like back in 2008, I think.
Okay.
So he got the Mac disk drive and he doesn't need it anymore. And so he, gave it to me, and I haven't used it in probably maybe like in the past like year or two. A friend had like his old band from back when we were in high school, so like 2005, 2004, something like that. He's like, man, do you still have that physical disc? Because he's like, for his band. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I don't have it. I'm like, I've been tracking it down. I'm like, I still have it. I'm like, I have to figure out. He's like, can you send it to me? I'm like, let me figure it out, because I'm like, I don't have a disc drive.
Yeah, like a CD burner.
And so I'm like, okay, cool. So I was able to borrow Kyle's, and he said, just keep it. And I loaded it on my computer, and then I was able to email it to him.
Yeah.
And like, I still have like the folder and with the, that's like where the rings are split, and then that you would keep in your car to have like, have like 120 disc, binder or whatever.
Binder, yeah.
And I don't know. And then all like the, was it the clips of
Still
like
his glasses?
there.
Sorry.
You can like everything with like DVDs, like you can just stream everything.
Yeah. No. So like, even the last few times that I've bought physical media, I make sure I buy the one that comes with the Blu-ray and the digital copy, and then I end up just using the digital copy.
Yeah,
for a lot of things.
Like my sisters and like family members, like my like mom or something like that would definitely like big fans of like, and you know, I think everybody is like the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So it's like instead of like we can just stream that because they like my sister has Disney Plus. I'm like, she's like my mom would be like, no, I bought the DVD Blu-ray combo with the and then it comes with like the digital thing. So I always take the digital license so I can just have it. I don't need it.
No,
So I mean I don't know because I think we're like both of us definitely dig and had physical media and DVDs, CDs for sure.
So actually, that's what I was going to comment about. I don't know when the last time I've bought a CD. Do they still make them?
Yeah. I know for the previous like plain release, which was I think back in 2018, 2019, we did CDs. We still have them.
Okay.
We will do a fire sale, like $1. Just pay shipping and we'll send them to you.
Yeah.
But like, they just, I don't know, like, because you could also like say like streaming services. Isn't that kind of like a rip off? Like, does that make you feel like a rip off? Because like you don't own the stuff anymore.
You know what's infuriating?
Huh?
Is the rotation of stuff on streaming. It's like, oh yeah, I want to watch Zach and Mary make a porno. It's like one of my favorite like Kevin Smith movies that Andrea and I watch all the time. But then like when we go to watch it, we're like, oh shit, it's not on Netflix anymore. Oh wait, it's on Peacock. Do we have Peacock? No. Oh wait, it's on, instead of like, I could just go put the fucking DVD player in.
Yeah.
Like, so like I bought a digital copy of that, but like relying completely on streaming, I feel like it's not sustainable because it's getting so expensive. You know how many streaming things I pay for, man?
I was about to ask how many.
Okay, I gotta go through the list. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I get that for free though.
Yeah,
with my, very expensive AT&T bill that I pay for myself, my cell services.
Yeah.
So it's free.
It's included. It's not free. It's included with the price. Yeah. It's like when U Audio, I say like, oh, it comes with a bunch of free plugins. I'm like, no, they're not free. They're included with the price. I sell it to myself. I'm like, it's included. Interface is $1,200 for 2 channels.
Yeah. But that's got ADAT. So technically it's more. Technically.
Yeah.
You just got to spend, another $300-$400 to get the, extra channels you need.
Yeah. I do have my Claret, so when that does work, I can just optical into that.
So, but no, here's the other thing. I'm a lazy individual.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of movies that I do own that like, because I only have one DVD. I only have one Blu-ray player. In my house.
And this is a dumb question.
It's plugged up to my main TV in my living room.
Do DVDs play?
Yes.
It'll play DVDs too. Okay. That's what I just assumed.
That's why I just need the one.
I'm borrowing my sister's PlayStation 3, and that's a Blu-ray player. Yeah,
exactly.
So I'm like, I don't have any Blu-rays though. But I'm like, if I do get one,
no,
she ain't getting that PlayStation back.
So back when physical media was a thing, my rule of thumb was, excuse me.
It's White Claw's getting you.
Yeah, that's right. Rule of thumb is, if it's a movie that's a spectacle, I'll buy it on Blu-ray. So like your Marvel's Avengers Endgame, right?
Yeah.
Some heavy CGI, something that needs to be in high def.
Yeah.
If it's like a run-of-the-mill, like classic, like comedy, I'll just buy the bargain DVD.
Like a Tommy Boy or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to see that in the highest quality, like possible.
Well,
so I'll save some money and buy the DVD. That's how I used to run back in the day.
Yeah, and it's so fun to like buy like those bargain DVDs. You go to Target and you get the Revenge of the Nerds trilogy for like $4.
I love it.
And so I'm like, only the first one's good though, but it's like the other ones I'm like, you get it included.
Sorry, y'all. I've been dying to try the mango one.
The iced tea mango White Claw.
Yeah.
It's like so many like iced tea mango White Claw. Oh my jeez. I guess that they're hard seltzers now. It's like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, that's not an iced tea hard seltzer. It's like,
yeah, hard seltzer iced tea.
Well, they came out with the Truly coworker.
The lemonade one?
No, Truly fruit punch. So
yeah.
I'm like, this is not even a seltzer anymore.
I like the Trulies. I like Truly over White Claw, but they're more money.
I like Truly lemonades over the White Claw lemonade. I don't actually. White Claw doesn't have lemonade. Those are good. As opposed to, if you're gonna knock it down to the Bear Seltzer, I think White Claw is better than Truly. The aftertaste on Trulies are a little different.
Depends on. I only get the tropical Trulies. I don't like the regular Trulies. I get the tropical one.
Yeah.
Anyways, like the mango and the passion fruit.
Yeah.
Kiwi. Anyways, that's beside the point. Back to physical media.
You got a lot of passion over there.
That's right.
RJ, for the physical media.
So I think one thing we need to talk about, where I still really like the idea of physical media as a collector, video games.
Okay, yeah, because that's one too. Because you have your shows and in DVD form and movies in DVD form. A lot of those you can get streaming or whatever. But video games,
of Entourage. I have all of like Stargate. Like I have ridiculous I
guess before we get into video games, but like remember back, like you used to be proud of your collection, right?
I know.
You used to have them on. Remember they used to like stores. They would have like a CD rack. They would have a DVD rack that you can put in your house and have them on display. And they've been to your house a couple times. I don't even think I see them out. Is it just they're in a box or something?
I can't due to my child.
Oh,
she'll just fucking pull shit off.
She's
and, open it up and throwing this. I can't.
She's like,
so I got to put them in like cubbies and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
you got them in the closet or something like that.
Yeah, so I can't have them out.
So that's a plus for streaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, side note, my daughter decided to go completely ape shit on my I have a Roku TV, like it's a Philips TV, but it's a Roku TV, so it has a Roku remote. She completely broke that. I just use my phone. I just use my phone. The phone.
She's not even there yet. The terrible twos or whatever.
No,
troublesome twos. She's
fucking trashed it.
She's like, this thing is trash now.
Yeah, no.
She looks at you like your shit's trash now.
Yeah, I have
just smash it.
So Andrea, she has the complete box set of Sex and the City. I have the complete box set of like The Shield.
Yeah.
And the other movies I mentioned. No, I was really big into buying seasons on DVD/Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Really big. I had the first 3 or 4 seasons of Dexter.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I got all 9 seasons of Seinfeld.
There you go.
And I started doing I think I got up to 5 or 6 of the Dragon Ball Z ones. And I'm like, I'm never even watching these. Because I'm if I wanted to.
I wish I would have owned those because I feel like they're getting harder and harder to find because they're just producing Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Yeah.
Which one? The voice acting is shit. I don't like any of the new voice acting.
Isn't it the same Funimation?
It's still fun. Yeah, it's still Funimation, but they just have different voice actors. Like Frieza doesn't sound like Frieza.
Oh, I guess I haven't
Frieza sounds like Frieza is like a British gentleman now. Instead of that high end, where I'm like, dude, this guy sounds like Ursula. To where when I first was introduced to Frieza, I'm like, that's a chick, right? Mm-hmm. That's a female alien, right? Or I thought it was because of how high pitched his voice was. And he sounds like Ursula. He sounds like a Disney villain, typical. Yeah. But anyways, that's beside the point. But yeah, there's some things that I want to get just because they don't make them. Another one. I'm a huge fan of Law and Order. Okay. I love me some Law and Order.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've seen a minute of that. I don't even know. I'm going to play along. I'm like, oh, totally, dude.
Yeah. No.
I know it exists and I've never seen an episode. Don't even know.
Original Law and Order.
Yeah.
With but here's the thing, the Law and Order, when I first started getting Netflix, they had all of the seasons 1 through 20 on Netflix. Now they don't, and now they have it on their own streaming service, but they only have season 13 and above because they haven't I don't know why they don't have the first 13 seasons.
Maybe they don't have the rights or something to it or whatever.
I don't know. It was always been on the same channel, but point being, that's one I would like to have a physical copy because you can't watch those earlier episodes now without owning the physical copy. My point exactly why you need to own some physical media. If you don't, another example. I own this one movie. I bought it on Microsoft. like the Microsoft like store.
Yeah.
Because I had an Xbox 360. They lost the production company lost the rights, so I just lost that movie.
Really?
They took it off the store, and I don't have it.
Even if you bought it, you still don't.
Because you don't own it. It's not in your hand.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I know we were supposed to talk about video games, but seriously, for real, like physical media has its place. If it's something that you truly cherish and you want the best way to keep it, buy physical.
And then also but there's the like carrying and holding on to it.
Yeah, but like I said, like with like Law and Order, it's something that like
you wish you had it. Yeah.
I wish I had it. And now they're like $500 for the whole like series on like eBay used.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you were mentioning video games. Was it like, okay, is there like owning that as opposed to like you can just like I haven't really because I'm still like on brand new PS3 is what I'm doing right now. It's like, but you can buy the new games just downloading as opposed to actually buying the cartridge or disc or whatever.
Here's the problem with that. It goes back to licenses.
Okay.
So one of the things about like, okay, the re-release of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas does not have the original soundtrack because they lost some of the rights to some of the music.
Okay.
Like, and that's like a big part of like any Grand Theft Auto, the soundtrack is a big part of that. Like the radio stations are a big part in my opinion.
I would say like Vice City for sure. I'd listen to every like station on that. I heard every song, every joke or every skit that they did.
Yeah, no, it's critical, right? So like that changes and they lose those rights to where like Grand Theft Auto 5 now has gone through several different changes because they would lose rights. So like the soundtrack's ever forming, which it's kind of cool if you want to like listen to music, but at the same time, I'm like, I get so programmed with those games to like, oh my God.
Now it's changed.
Now I don't know anything on here. So like now I don't like this station or whatever. I guess it's more realistic. Whenever.
Is it like part of the updates that they do? Because one time,
it is part of the updates, and so you'll lose songs. Another key example that they just brought back because they finally paid the money to get the music. Scott Pilgrim, the video game.
Yeah,
for years they couldn't release that. They couldn't re-release the game and put it out on the store because they lost the rights to the music that they had to get back. And now they do. It came out again to where you can get it digitally. Or they have this new company, it's called Limited Run, and it is just that. Limited Run will take a smaller, like indie digital only game and make a physical copy that you can pre-order with a bunch of cool bonuses like soundtracks, whatever. Like, and I guess what really sparked this conversation for us is Castlevania, the collection is coming out.
Yeah.
Now, put this in perspective, y'all. I don't even own a video game console right now currently, but I still want to buy the thing because it comes with like original art. It comes with a steel bookcase for the video game. It comes with the original soundtrack. Like it's pretty dope. And I don't even own it, but like I don't even own a console to play it on, but I want the physical media because it's so cool.
Yeah.
As a collector's piece.
That's kind of a collector's thing too.
Exactly.
I was thinking of like some older video games that I have. I have like one of those SNES like little mini ones.
Yeah, the ones that everybody went apeshit and couldn't find anywhere and like were stabbing people for.
Yeah, I have the Super
and
Nintendo
then selling them for like $600 on eBay.
Yeah, not the NES one, but I have the classic SNES.
Okay.
And it has a lot of the game cartridges, or like I have the actual game cartridges of like a lot of my favorite games. So Super Mario World, I have the All-Stars one. That's in there. I have Super Mario RPG, which is like one of my favorite games. It's in there. And then Yoshi's Island and Street Fighter. It's like, I'm like, should I hold on to these cartridges? Because I'm like, I literally won't play them because like I have like the connection that I have for my Super Nintendo is through a cable jack. Like that's what the coaxial cable or whatever the hell that was back in the day.
Cable. Yeah.
Back in the day. And then, the little classic SNES is HDMI. So it can play out of my monitor, the TV, whatever. It's like, that makes so much more sense to have. I'm like, am I going to regret it? Like, would you regret it if you sold like, I had like what, 4 or 5 games? Because I'm like, I would never play them.
You never know. So the thing about that is there's so many third-party consoles now that you can buy to play those games with those modern features that you need.
Yeah.
Like, like they make a Nintendo Nintendo, it plays Nintendo cartridges, I should say.
Yeah.
And so that's beneficial. Like if you really want to play those games, there are ways to do it. You just got to invest in the newer hardware.
Yeah. And then, I mean, some of these things too, it's like they're even coming out with like in the digital store on Switch, which I don't own a Switch.
I need to get another one. I shouldn't have sold it.
Which I don't know. I've been like, my YouTube algorithm has changed to where I'm like, if you watch like one video game channel, it's like, you want to watch all of them now, don't you? I like Wolf Den.
Oh man, that's a whole
Bob
nother
Wolf guy.
That's a whole nother conversation. I would agree with you that the new YouTube algorithm is just so whack. We'll talk about that,
but
maybe some other time.
but yeah. I mean, I like Bob Wolf or Wolf Den, that channel.
Yeah, we both love that guy.
And it's an interesting way to look at video games and stuff like that I never even own this shit.
Yeah.
He just does a good job of it. So I'm like, okay.
I like him as a person. Like you said, I still watch him because like we were actually inspired to do a video together, or at least I was, based off a video he did.
Yeah.
And
I already forgot the YouTuber that he did one with
Beat 'em
because
ups.
I like his channel. Like Bob Wolf's, because it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I would go and watch his channel. But anyway, I get just in my feed that they're like, oh, the leaks and rumors of the new Switch Pro. I'm like, there's nothing out yet. So I'm like, it's all just like these like videos of like, this is what I think is going to happen. I'm like, I got sucked into the YouTube, like, clickbait shit. So I'm like, maybe I'll wait until getting, until the new Switch to get one, which I'm like, I do want a Switch still. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah. Digital store. You can buy the games digitally of like SNES and even like the Mario 64, like the 3D remakes that they did or whatever.
I need to buy those because those are limited even digitally.
Really?
And I've thought about just buying them for when I do get a Switch. I like have it at least because they're going to take them down. If not, it might have even already happened. So,
Well, because, they have Galaxy, which is one of the greatest games. I love the shit out of it.
Never played that game.
It is so good.
I've heard amazing things. Don't get me wrong. At that point, the only reason why I bought a GameCube was for Resident Evil 4.
Okay, yeah.
Because at the time, this is before I was, an adult and realized, oh yeah, when they say it's only on GameCube, they only mean for like the first 2 years and then they'll put it else, put it out everywhere else.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is the only way I'm going to play this game, Mom and Dad. Like,
I have to get it.
I have to have a GameCube. And I ended up like getting the one game and then I ended up trading for a PS2.
Yeah, that's not a bad move, but I'm going back and looking at all these old GameCube games. I'm sure I could I would want to find an old GameCube at like, there's a bunch of like retro game places in San Diego. You can just go and get them.
Side note, yeah, but for what price?
I don't know. It's like $60 I've seen.
See, that's a little expensive for a used game.
GameCube.
Oh, GameCube. Sorry. I thought we were talking about the actual games. I'm talking about like trying to get the games. Like going back and getting the games. Like
I've seen like people advertise on Craigslist, probably not super legal, of like how to like, mod your GameCube or Wii to play 1,000 games or hundreds of games of all.
Side note,
ROMs.
my favorite Mario GameCube game is Mario Sunshine.
Is that good? I want to play that.
Me and my little sister have fond memories. That's her favorite. That's like her Mario game because she's way younger than me. She's about 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So she's a good chunk younger than me. Not 10, she's more like 7. But still, like, like 7 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Enough to where like she don't know about Super Mario World, okay? That was that
2D,
we didn't have those consoles in my house at that time. We got rid of them. They stopped working or whatever. Right? So like Mario Sunshine was her Mario growing up. She loves that game.
I think probably one of I don't know. The first game I ever beat was actually beat it. Was Yoshi's Island, which was Super Mario World 2, because it was a little easier than Mario World. And fun fact, I still can't beat Mario World. It's a hard game.
So
it's so much fucking harder than the other one.
Man. So So for
I thought like, oh, I could do this. This is a game for children. No, it's still fucking hard.
yeah. So for me, I find it funny. The first 2 game consoles in my household were not mine. They were my grandmother's. So
Grandmother,
yeah. So get this. So like my grandmother, she won big at like in Vegas.
Bingo night or something?
No, Vegas. like every year my grandparents would go to Vegas and
There you go, yeah.
like for their anniversary.
It's a fun
they'd
spot for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So they, she'd sit at the, little penny machines with all the other blue-haired old ladies kind of thing. And she won big. And so she came home with a Super Nintendo and she bought like herself like a gambling game. Like it was like a casino game. And then of course, because you bought the Super Nintendo, you got Mario Super World, right?
Yeah.
So like that's how I was able to get those games, because technically the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo were both my grandmother's.
Damn, that's pretty tight. That's a cool story.
My grandmother, she just, like, especially when I got a little bit older, she'd like, back when she finally made the rule of like, oh yeah, we're not going to smoke in the house, so we have to smoke in the garage. So they just like lived in the garage. So they had like a little CRT that was probably about like a 10-inch screen, right?
Oh yeah. But back in the day, you're like, look how real this is.
Oh yeah.
Immersive.
So like she just smoking and playing fucking Super Mario.
Yeah.
Chain smoking out there. My grandfather's out there, listening to country music, drinking beer, and like
shit. Yeah.
just sitting there playing, cursing at the TV when she, biffs it in Super Mario World.
Did she ever throw the controller on the ground?
Not quite, but like, like I was just, it was funny.
It was like, maybe back in the day, my dad may have broken a handful of the controllers by slamming them on the ground.
Well, see,
and then he'd break it and be like, all right, I guess we got to go to Toys R Us.
Yeah, but see, like, here's the problem though with that though. You risk, if you throw it, you gotta better throw it near it, because they're corded cables. You might pull out the console and then end up breaking shit on the console.
On the ground.
Just straight down. Okay.
That was always the move.
How many times do you pull that, like, like you're not paying attention and you go like, you have the controller in your hand, you yank it, and then the whole console comes following you?
That never happened. And because the biggest thing too, it's like when I played when I was younger, like PlayStation 1 or Super Nintendo, whatever, I think I was a big PS1 guy in like early high school, middle school or whatever.
Yeah.
I was a console behind usually. But I was always like I was like maybe like, I don't know, that close, like 3 feet or less to the TV, which is, I'm sure, great for my eyes. I was just like, that's, so I never got full extent of that cable.
that and fucking, looking at a Game Boy screen, I'm sure this is why I have this.
Yeah.
Like, especially the ones that like weren't backlit, so they had like the accessories that you put on.
You'd have to like kind of try and bend
if you're in
to
the
get
back
in
of
the
the car,
light.
and then God forbid if your battery starts dying, so it starts like flickering and getting dimmer and dimmer, like, and you're just like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm gonna make it home after this 3-hour drive of a family vacation.
Yeah. I'm gonna lose my shit in here.
No, man, I really like physical media. Another thing, but it comes down to a matter of storage. Like you were mentioning PS1, like I had a lot of peripherals for the PS1. I had a full-on like the Ferrari wheel and pedal setup.
Oh damn!
Like that would sit on your lap, and I had like you remember those gaming chairs that sat on the floor and they're kind of like rocked? Like I had one of those and I would play like that, right? And then I had like, oh man, back in the day, I couldn't do now. I'm too fucking fat, but whoop your ass at some Dance Dance Revolution. I had the fucking the playmat pad, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Man, we played a lot of that. I broke like, I think me and my friends broke like 3 or 4 of those controllers, because they would eventually, like, because they were bubbles, so they would pop up, right?
Yeah.
But eventually, after you do it so much, like they wouldn't come back up. So like it would say that it's always pressed down.
Yeah. Well, then like I had like a friend like in like, I don't know, grade school, middle school, where he had the Time Crisis, I think is what it was, the one with the gun attachment to
So
the PlayStation. That is so sick.
So good. I played a lot of House of the Dead like that too.
But at home, it's like playing like an arcade at home.
Perfect.
It'd be pretty sick. Or remember like Rock Band and shit, like all. Imagine if you still had all that.
I hated that. Like I never got into Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
I never did either. I had a friend who was a good like guitarist, musician, but he was also a video game guy, and he was just like, I don't know, it's just fun to play. I'm like, dude, this. I like played it with him. I'm like, this fucking sucks. Let's have more beer.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's a fun party game.
It's a fun party game.
If you have like a bunch of people over and it's like, oh, playing like that or singing.
My
and stuff
thing,
like that.
I felt like
but by yourself, which he would play. I'm like, why are you doing
about,
that?
Like Guitar Heroes, I always felt like the timing was off.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that was my biggest complaint. I'm like, this is not on time.
You got
like
exactly.
You have to like go a little bit before. Like you have to be a little bit of ahead of it.
You have to play it like a video game, not like a guitar.
Yeah, I'm like
a musician.
That's not how that works. And I'm like, I fuck that.
But I don't know. I mean, going off the rails. It's 30 minutes on one topic. But I thought this was fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. Point is though, physical media, while it may be dead, it's not dead in our hearts.
Yeah, you can still own it and just gotta get the space for it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use it, you can collect it, right?
Yeah, no, like I'm proud of my collection. I still have it. I could have sold it many years ago. I've gone through phases where I do purge them. I would take them like a used bookstore / DVD place and like purge some. Like I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna watch.
I'm like in that mode. I'm kind of like some of the DVDs that I have, and I'm like, do I even need this? I don't know, whatever. So I'm just thinking of like less stuff. I'm still in the mindset of like selling gear, selling guitars or amps or whatever. I'm like, maybe I should just get rid of this stuff too.
Like legitimately, I think we've dwindled our entire collection that, mind you, would take up a bookshelf, like an entire bookshelf, to like one of those pull out cubicle things.
So it's like stuff that you really, really want, or that you're happy with, or like, like, oh, you can't find it, or it's like it's worthwhile, or
yeah, some of those you can't find in print anymore, and it pisses me off. Like, and I'm glad I have it for that exact reason. Like
at least you'll like I own it. You can't get rid of it.
Of course, I can't think of like a specific one right now. Oh, for example, one I do wish I owned is a lot of Kevin Smith movies are not available digitally, and they're not available physically, and you have to buy them used. Like, go look for Dogma. Go look for Dogma on any streaming service or any place where you could buy digital media. You're not going to find it.
Really? That's weird.
Dogma. Love that movie. And you can go buy it used on eBay. I mean, it's like $20, but like still. And if you get the Blu-ray, it's like $70, dude.
That's not worth it.
No, Dogma's not worth that much money. I do enjoy that movie.
I just always remember, I don't think I've ever seen it like uncut, because it was like a Comedy Central thing where they would play it like every day.
Oh, okay.
And I would watch it pretty much every day on Comedy Central.
But yeah, no, like some of the like his classics are there, like, Chasing
Clerks
Amy, Clerks, and Jane Silent Bob. But like Dogma is kind of hard to find. Jersey Girl, like his shitty movies basically. So Dogma is one of those ones that it's like hard to find. I wish I should just own the media, because back in the day, it was one of those movies that you saw every time you went to Target. It was the 3-pack, Mallrats, Dogma, and some other Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah, there's one.
And like, I just wish I would have bought it then.
There's one DVD that I let like a coworker, and like we let friends borrow it, and I lost it. Like, I don't know who, I lost track of it. I think it was like, coworkers, they stopped working there or whatever.
How much media have you lost by doing that?
Just one, just one is the one that it's Idiocracy.
Oh.
And I'm like, I wonder if that's streaming anywhere.
I don't know. I'm sure. One thing I do like about Google is like they've added that feature, right? Where it's like, oh, where to watch it. And then it gives you a list of like where it's, able to stream. And that definitely helps figure it out whether or not I'll be able to watch it.
Yeah. And see if you have the app that you can watch it on.
Exactly. So you can't watch it for free, but you can stream it if you pay $3.99 on YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, iTunes, Vudu, and Amazon Prime Video. You could also purchase it there digitally, but it is not actually streaming.
Oh, well, it should be. That's a damn shame.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I don't know. Google search.
A quick Google search. Yeah, this was fun. Let's get on out of here. RJ, where can people find you?
TeleTalks on YouTube. Renegades of Pop on YouTube. Just surprise me on any podcatcher.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks so much, RJ. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.